Hi, welcome to the Faith and Wellness Sister. I'm so glad that you clicked on this video. This week, I thought I would share what a typical full body workout might look like for me. So, last week, I did five workout sessions. I did three full body and two lower body, and this is what my full body looked like. I started off with elevated squats, and I was using my 7.5 weights. So each of these is 7.5 kilograms, and that is challenging enough for me because I do try to use weights that will still enable me to keep my form, as good as possible. So when I do go heavier than this, sometimes I try and use 10, and it really is just too much strain for me, and I start to lose my form. Not to say that my form is perfect now with these weights, but I find it challenging enough for me, and hopefully I will get stronger and be able to use a heavier weight. So I do try and keep my focus, focused ahead, looking straight ahead as opposed to looking down, because I find when I do look down, it does affect my back. But yeah, so this is just my elevated squat. I did 10 reps and I did 3 sets. So that's what I did here, and I really enjoyed it, and I do find it quite challenging. So, yeah, so whenever I do 5 workouts in a week, it is generally going to be 3 full body and 2 lower body. I do not isolate upper body and chest, I just do full body and lower. And if I'm only able to fit in 3 workouts in a week, I will generally just do full body. And my thinking behind that is that if I have a limited amount of time like that, I would rather each muscle group gets a little bit of a workout as opposed to still trying to isolate specific muscle groups. Yeah, so I typically take anything between 20 and 40 seconds rest breaks in between my sets. Sometimes yeah, so 40 being the longest and 20 being the shortest. Sometimes I do take slightly shorter if it is maybe a workout that is maybe not weighted or something like that. But generally, that's what I'll take typically. And sometimes I can take a little bit longer than 40 seconds on my rest as well. And then I moved on to abs, which were the weighted sit ups. Again, I do not usually isolate abs, as in to say, this week I'm just going to do, abs and legs, or just abs, or abs and chest, or anything like that. I do just do my ab targeting workouts when I do full body, like I am in this particular one. I do love a weighted setup because it also still works my arms as well. So I actually, funnily enough, never used to do core workouts at all, because obviously most workouts, even just a walk or a run, is going to engage your core. So to me, it just didn't make sense to have like a specific core workout. But I actually find that now that I try and include them in my full body sets, that my core has become stronger, which obviously benefits all my other exercises as well, because your core is engaged in almost all the different types of workouts. So yeah, I do find this quite challenging. I am using a 10 kilogram plate there, so it is quite challenging for my arms, and it feels really, really good. I did take a little bit of a water break there, and I allowed myself a little bit of a stretch for my arms because they were really feeling tired. Um, but I absolutely love a weighted sit up. And sometimes, if I'm actually not, if it's not a workout day, and I'm just doing stretches or whatever, I might still like do maybe like, I don't know, a few of these just because I love how they feel for my core. And then, oh yeah, I also knocked my head there. I'm sure you guys, I'm sure you would have noticed. But yeah, so we soldier on, we carry on. So yeah, and I just continued with that. Um, so this week, I actually didn't manage to get any runs in, which is also fine. Like I said, I actually run more for mental clarity than anything else. I did get a couple of walks in during the week during my break at work, which was lovely. And usually, I actually get to catch up with a friend of mine in those on those walks. But this week I actually just did them solo, which was also fine. I get to listen to a little bit of praise and worship, and I can pray for my loved ones as well in that time. And again, it just gives me time away from my desk, and I'm able to rejuvenate halfway through the day, which I think is quite important. Yeah, so you can see I am just totally finished. That finished me off. And then I returned and then I did my Bulgarian lunges. Okay, so here's the thing with me and Bulgarian lunges. I have a love hate relationship with them because I didn't even know what a Bulgarian lunge was until a few years ago or a few months ago, even. And I now love how they work my quads and glutes, but I do find that they are so challenging. They really, really are hard to do and to do properly, especially when I'm getting tired in a workout. But I love how I feel them in my quads, especially. Um, so I obviously will do um, 10 reps by 30 per side. So it works out to about 30 per leg, my left side and my right side. Yeah, it is quite tiring though, but I really, really do enjoy it. I do try and keep my knee, you know, back so that it doesn't go over my toes. But again, every now and then, I don't get it right. I don't always get it right. Um, and as you like have a look at this workout, I think the main thing is I could have waited to master every single one of these moves before I actually shared them with you. But what I really want to get across is that it doesn't have to be perfect for you to start. Just start anyway. You know, in 2020, it possibly was actually 2021, we used to work out in our garage, my husband and I. We've now converted that garage into a little flat for my mom, but we used to work out in there. And I remember one day walking in there, and my husband was working out in there. And I said to him, "Listen, I do not know what a deadlift is." And he had to show me, and I didn't understand how to actually balance your body to do a Bulgarian squat. And I had to watch lots of videos to get to where I am now, which is obviously not perfect, but it is so awesome to watch yourself progress. And like I said, so back then, I think 2021, 2022, I kind of discovered Bulgarian lunges, and then I hated them and I really didn't do them because I just found them too hard. And so over the last few months, I've really been forcing myself to do them because I appreciate how they engage my muscles, and I like how I can really feel my quads work, and I can feel my quads work, and I can feel even my what you call it, my calves being engaged. So yeah, so I hope that you will find this encouraging, in that it doesn't have to be perfect. Just start. Obviously, aim not to hurt yourself. I mean, I think that goes without saying, but just start. Everybody's got to start somewhere, and your body, your mental health will thank you. If you start today, you will be much further along in the next 3 months than where you are right now. Just start. And like I always say, I actually started without weights. I used to follow a young lady called Mad Fit when I initially started, and back then she didn't really use a lot of weight, and I loved her workouts. But as I, the place where I'm at right now, I really am trying to get stronger, and I have found that incorporating weights has really been a game changer, just in terms of how much stronger I feel. Yeah, so that's my Bulgarian lunch, and I always have just a drink. I generally drink that whole thing in a workout. So, and I usually have that before my coffee in the morning. So I do my workout fasted just because I get up so early and I'm unable to eat at that time. I cannot stomach anything that early in the morning. So I'll generally have that cup. I'll generally fill it up with water. Every now and then I'll add a bit of lemon juice to it just to give it a little bit of flavor, but otherwise I'll just have plain water. And that's what I have while I work out. And then while I get ready for work, I will make myself a cup of coffee that I usually end up drinking in the car and finishing off at my desk when I get to work. Because that flask, that thermal mug, keeps your coffee piping hot for a very long time. So I appreciate that. So yeah. So anyway, and so now I have just swapped and I'm doing my right leg and taking a little break, and then I'm going to get back into it. Yeah, so that's basically my Bulgarian lunges, which are obviously working out my lower body. And then once I'm done with these, I am going to move on to a diamond press, which obviously again works on my arms and uh, my shoulders, I think. Um, so yeah, I mean, I really do hope that more than anything, you just get ideas on, on what you can do. And I do really encourage you to like there's so many free YouTube workout videos available for download. Like I've said, MadFit, um, Caroline Gervin, Heather Robertson is another one that I followed for a while that I really, really enjoyed. Like I said, I do like to change things up every now and then. So I may be doing like a Caroline Gervin workout, but I do like to personalize it a little bit so that it is more enjoyable and appropriate for me and my strength levels at the moment, and the areas that I am trying to focus on. So yeah, and then I'm just doing my diamond press, which I love. I love to see muscles working. So it's really, really cool. I love to feel muscles working more than anything. So this is just great for my arms, and I just have to press really hard there and squeeze, and then again I do 3 sets of 10, and I'm actually almost done with this workout because I did actually try. So with my full body workouts, even with legs, actually, my typical workout will be between 35 to 50 minutes max. And then obviously I do allow for 5 minutes of stretching prior starting and 5 minutes of stretching post my workout. I must be honest, I'm not the greatest at making time to stretch post my workout, but typically I will stretch before my workout because I just feel like my muscles move a little bit better, and it prepares me mentally for the movements that my body is going to be expected to perform. Yeah, so that was the diamond press that I'm finishing up now, and I am going to be moving on to a squat to press. Okay, so the next workout that I'm doing, the next exercise that I'm doing is one that I find extremely challenging. It really, really does take it out of me. But you know what they say, do the things that are, do the hard things, and then eventually they won't be so hard anymore, right? I mean, I think that's how the saying goes. But you will see I was also getting quite tired with my squat to press. So my form was not always what I would like it to be or what I strive towards. But again, my thing was to obviously, first and foremost, not to hurt myself, but secondly, to finish the workout. I think it's so important. Um, I don't like to start things and not finish. So I don't like to start a workout and then not finish it. And sometimes, obviously, I'll have interruptions like my children might walk in and need something. And and then I might have to stop, but I will go back to it later just because I don't feel right if I don't finish it. And that is also why it is so important for me to make the time to work out in the mornings like I do when the house is still quiet and no one is awake and no one needs me for anything, right? So this is now the push press that I just mentioned. You can see my arms kind of start swinging a little bit because I think I was a little bit tired here. But I just, in general, I do find them very challenging. The push press, as well as which is it? The the squat to press, I think, that I also find very challenging. But again, like I love things that challenge me. I love doing hard things until they become easier. And so one day I'll be doing this push press and it will be a little bit easier. I will be using these 7.5 kilogram weights though for a long time with this because I still find it really, really challenging. I did start off with with the 2.5. So it was 2.5 and then it was 5 and now it's 7.5. So and every now and then I do actually go back to 5 with these because I just find them that challenging basically. Yeah, so like yep, my son walked in there and he needed some water and generally he'll walk in and start drinking my water, but he did get the message to please go to the kitchen and get his own. Yeah, so like I said, so here I'm using the 7.5 weight, so each of those is 7.5, and then for the Bulgarian lunges, I used the 15 kilogram. I'll generally use the 15 kilogram times 2 for my RDLs, the deadlifts. I do love a deadlift, and I just typically love to really use heavier weights for my legs because I just love to feel those muscles work. And also, your legs, I think, are the heaviest muscles, the largest muscle in your body. So it makes sense that you would want to use a heavier weight for that. Yeah, so I was really close to giving up here because my arms and my legs were just not having it. But nonetheless, I continued, and because like I said, I do like to finish what I start as a general, and I don't like to stop until I'm done, until the work is complete. So yes, I think that was that. I was just about done there. I did decide to do a little bit of a stretch for my legs because they were really feeling it. I think that's just it's a really comfortable little stretch that I do that just kind of gets my legs functioning again. And then I decided to continue on. And I did the last few. There I go. I mean, luckily, I am almost done. So once I finished this workout, I actually got ready for Maverick City. I don't know if any of you guys went. Don't know if you enjoyed the concerts in SA. It really was such a special gift. It was actually a gift from a friend of mine for my 40th birthday. It was such a lovely, lovely gift and such a generous gesture. And we actually both went with our girls. She's got four girls, but we went with the two older ones, and then my daughter came along for the journey. It was really, really special. And it was actually both our girls' first time at a concert, so it was just such a memorable day. But it was so lovely that I could get this workout in before we headed out. Yeah, so then once I finished this up, I moved on to a chest press. I do love a chest press, and I think everybody has done some kind of form of a chest press, even if it's not weighted. Um, I'm sure everybody knows what that looks like. I love it. I love simple exercises. I mean, I will do more of these just because I think for me they were so useful and so instrumental when I started using weights, just to see regular people, you know, trying to get comfortable with weights, right? Because weights are not just for bodybuilders and people that know how to use them perfectly. They're for everybody. But obviously, when you're starting out, use with caution, take it easy, slow pace, no need to rush. Because I think a lot of injuries actually happen when people are trying to rush through a workout that they're not familiar with and they are using heavy machinery. So just take it easy. So, like I said, I then moved on to a chest press, which I love, really simple. And again, I did um, 3 sets, 10 reps per set, and I absolutely love it. Every now and then, I do use slightly heavier weights for the chest press, but I was so tired. Yeah, I really was just like, I am going to use these and rather focus on trying to redeem my form because I know that push press was really tiring for me. So yeah, so I finished off with these, and yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it encouraged you to push yourself. I hope that it encouraged you to go outside of your comfort zone, but also again, just start. I think there's so much useful information available on YouTube, on working out and form and how to get started with working out. And I hope that you can just start because it really, really is so beneficial to work on building strong muscles, especially for us as women. And honestly speaking, whatever age you're at. So whether you're in your teens, your early 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, it's never too late to start working on building strong muscles. It's never too late on becoming the strongest version of yourself because it is so good for you to feel strong. And there's just something so beautiful about a strong, confident woman who knows who she is in Jesus Christ. Just had to throw that in there because it is true. But over and above everything, just enjoy it. Have fun with your workouts. Find workouts that make you feel good and that are good for you. Yeah, so thank you so much again for joining me today. And I do hope to see you again next week. I will be doing a faith chat, and I hope that you have a blessed week ahead. Goodbye.